So I think artificial intelligence is some of the most incredible stuff that we've seen. I know some people that listen to this don't really see the impact of artificial intelligence, but what's going to happen is going to be pretty outstanding in terms of the change that we're going to see in the next 10 to 20 to 30 years and have some remarkable discoveries that we just didn't think were possible. I think we're going to see a quickening of pace that we've never seen. But here's the thing, we've seen this before many times before, and the pace of innovation just seems, whether it's true or not, the measures typically suggest that there has been improvements of innovation. I know that there's been discussion, quote unquote discussion, whether that's actually improving or not over time. But I happen to believe that it is improving, that there's more and more innovation that's actually happening over time. Now, I worry as somebody that studies failure, one of the things that I deeply am concerned about is our arrogance. We think that we can, and it truly is just arrogance. It's thinking that we can control things that are beyond our control, that are often beyond our control. And um, I'm not saying that we shouldn't pursue artificial intelligence. I'm not saying that the cat is already out of the bag. I'm just saying that, I'm not saying that we haven't designed complex systems before as human beings. There's many complex systems that exist that are relatively, quote unquote, like with a weird voice, relatively safe, right? Like I don't want to ever say that, because there's always moments of failure, and that's where I'm hesitant with it, is that there's always moments of failure that we often cannot see and are often very difficult to predict, that come with new technology. And sometimes some of it is really, really blatantly obvious, right? So, for example, for an adversary gets a hold of artificial intelligence and starts using it in a very negative way, or figures out to double hack the artificial intelligence, gets it to designs their own art. And yeah, I probably shouldn't even say these things out loud, but designs their own artificial intelligence to hack the artificial intelligence, which is likely. Um, but what I worry about is, so that is a somewhat obvious thing. I worry about the things that we can't see, that are very difficult to predict. And are unless we treat it as if a real caution, a real hazard, um, it's something that you have to think about as a concern. And there's lots of different scenarios that one could think about, but I'm not going to get into too many of those scenarios. I just want to suggest that we have to kind of take a step back from, you know, the marvels of it, and just pursue it cautiously and carefully. Now, I know that I don't have a very big audience. Um, I know that nobody's going to listen to me anyways, but, pursuing things in a cautious way is not necessarily always a bad thing. I think having some caution and thinking about, ooh, is there a possible risk that could happen? I think if you have that in mind, you minimize some of those moments that you never thought about. So if any of you are designing AI systems, really think about that. Think about, you know, how can this go wrong? And just be ready to figure out. what to do. I know that many of you, some of you that are in that area has the resources to do it. Just be thoughtful. And I think that's all I can actually say is just be thoughtful. I do hope that there's more than just me that is concerned or thinking about this. You know, can I change it? Probably not. Can I mention that we probably should be a little bit cautious? Yes. Um, just think about all of the potential ways just to make sure. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day.